We have some breaking news to begin with. We're following out of the UK. King Charles has stripped Prince Andrew of his titles and honours. He will also lose his home. Buckingham Palace says a formal notice.
About time. It is about effing time. What took so long? It's been 6 or 7 years now. I understand that old dead bitch Elizabeth probably fucking ran cover for him, but at the same time, like, you've been in charge for like 2 or 3 years, motherfucker.
Has now been served on Andrew to surrender the lease of his Royal Lodge mansion. He will move to an alternative private accommodation. The announcement comes as the royal family faces renewed scrutiny over Andrew's ties to late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. With me now is CTV royal commentator Afia Hagan.
I will say that this took way too fucking long, but this is a warning shot for everybody who was in the circle of that man. Everybody from Clinton to Trump to Bill Gates to all those motherfuckers like Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, Steve Bannon, everybody. Your time is your days are numbered, motherfuckers.
Thanks for being with us, Afia.
Thanks for having me.
Can you just unbundle for us what this announcement means today? What is Andrew exactly being stripped of?
Well, yes, we cannot underestimate the significance of this announcement. So the statement says His Majesty has today initiated a formal process to remove the style, titles and honour of Prince Andrew. So Prince Andrew will now be known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. His lease on Royal Lodge has to date provided him with legal protection to continue in residence. So basically saying that Prince Andrew, no longer Prince Andrew, will be known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. All honours, all titles stripped from him, and he has to leave Royal Lodge. It's thought that he's now going to move to this
little anecdote. The high school I graduated from was, I live in Canada, so it's part of the Commonwealth. So our head of state is the Crown. The high school I graduated from was called Prince Andrew High School. It's since been renamed.
Sandringham estate. That's a private estate that's owned by the King in Norfolk, and that's going to be funded by the King also. And he's
also, I'll take this moment. Rest in peace to Virginia Giuffre, who committed suicide allegedly and was a victim of Prince Andrew and one of the whistleblowers calling him out with proof. So shout out to her. Rest in peace. She was a warrior for this cause, and it's sad that we had to lose her.
Going to move to that estate as soon as possible in the next weeks and months rather than years. Like I said, we cannot overestimate or underestimate how serious this is. This is Prince Andrew, no longer a prince, essentially. The King's younger brother, known as now Andrew Mountbatten Windsor.
And this is the second step in stripping Andrew of his titles, correct? Because it was only, was it a couple of weeks ago, Afia, that we said he lost his formal title first, right?
Yes, it was almost 2 weeks ago, tomorrow actually, that he put his titles into abeyance. And that basically meant that he was no longer going to use those titles, but he wasn't stripped of anything. Now, this is the formal process. So Parliament has been consulted about this, and this is him no longer using any of those honours, any of those titles. So this is far more serious, and actually what a lot of people had been wanting and hoping that would happen. This is a step further than perhaps him not using the Duke of York or not using any of these titles of Scotland. This is him not being able to use them because they have been taken from him.
So in essence, he becomes a commoner, is that what we're saying? But he gets to live in a really big house paid for by his brother. Is that it?
Yes, I mean, he becomes a private citizen, will live on the Sandringham estate, which, like we said, is going to be funded by King Charles III. But yes, he becomes a commoner, but lives in a very fancy, still private estate, which has associations with the royal family. And of course, he remains the King's younger brother.
The play here, of course, is to clean up the royal family's image. Will this accomplish that?
No, 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 no. No. You would have to make a lot of reparations around Canada, New Zealand, Australia, most of Africa, a chunk of the Middle East. Like, no, 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 no.
I think it's going to go some way to doing that, but this is far from over. We're still getting that steady drip, drip, drip from the Epstein files. So there's going to be more controversy that's going to spring up from that. You know, we had Virginia Giuffre's memoir that came out a couple of weeks ago as well, a very, very harrowing account of what she went through at the hands of Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein. She talked about Prince Andrew, or Andrew Mountbatten Windsor as he's now known, in that book, and we know that he denies all the allegations against him. But yes, this is a strong statement by the royal family. It's one
Yeah, so does Trump.
that could have come earlier, should have come earlier, but has come. I think it's going to go some way to sort of try and quiet the dissatisfaction with their lack of action over this issue. Will it draw a line underneath it? Not quite yet, because I don't think this is over yet.
All right, Afia Hagen, our CTV royal commentator, thank you for your insights.
What a fucking joke, man, that it took this fucking long. But at least it's a step in the right fucking direction. And at least, well, King Charles basically still is covering for pedophiles. He gave him a fucking house. You haven't amassed any wealth in your, like, what, 60 to 70 years of living? None? Oh, okay. I understand they're princes and shit, but, like, fuck. None? You were never gonna be king? The fuck? Like, this is all just, oh my god. It's about fucking time.